because your workouts are bad. You're struggling because your diet is weak. Forget the hype about powders and magic supplements. Muscle is built from real food. If you're not eating the right things, you're leaving gains on the table. In this video, I'll show you the 5 best foods for building muscle and strength. Simple, affordable, and proven. Most people don't know that the last one is a protein cheat code. No gimmicks, just what actually works. Let's build, brick by brick. Food number 1, eggs. Eggs are the unsung heroes of muscle building. Everyone treats them like just a breakfast sidekick, but in reality, they're basically nature's protein shake, except way cheaper and wrapped in a shell. Every egg has about 6 to 7 grams of high-quality protein, plus all the essential amino acids your body needs to actually use that protein. Think about it. You go to the gym, crush a chest day, rip your muscles apart. And then, what? You expect them to rebuild out of thin air? Nah. Eggs are the raw materials your body needs to actually put you back together stronger. Now, here's where most people mess up. They toss the yolk. I used to do it too, thinking I was being healthy. But the yolk is where half the magic lives. It's got healthy fats, B vitamins, vitamin D, and even cholesterol, which, fun fact, supports testosterone production. Translation, yolks help you build muscle. Skipping them is like buying a car and throwing away the engine. And let's be real, eggs are versatile and dirt cheap. On Reddit, I once read a guy said he survived college eating nothing but eggs, rice, and peanut butter. And he still built muscle. I laughed until I realized I was basically doing the same thing during my first bulk. A dozen eggs costs less than one of those TikTok anabolic protein snacks, and it keeps you full. Plus, there's a meal for every situation. Late night cravings, omelet, need quick fuel before a workout, hard-boiled egg, cutting calories but still hungry. Mix a couple whole eggs with extra whites and boom, big meal. Fewer calories. Bottom line, eggs aren't just food. They're survival for anyone chasing gains on a budget. Forget the protein powder propaganda for a second. The real muscle builder was in your fridge this whole time. Food number 2, chicken breast. Chicken breast is the king of bodybuilding memes. You know the ones. The sad meal prep containers with plain chicken, broccoli, and rice. People joke about it, but there's a reason this food's been the backbone of muscle diets for decades. Here's the deal. Chicken breast is one of the leanest, most efficient protein sources on the planet. About 26 grams of protein per 3-ounce serving, with barely any fat. That means max protein, minimal calories. Perfect whether you're cutting fat or trying to stay shredded. I'll be honest though, chicken breast has a bad rap for being dry and boring. And yeah, if you just boil it, it's going to taste like rubber. But boring is a choice, not a requirement. Marinate it, season it, air fry it, throw it in tacos or wraps. I once saw a guy turn his plain meal prep chicken into anabolic chicken nuggets with an air fryer, and right then and there, I knew what would make up for Chick-fil-A being closed on Sundays. Chicken breast isn't just about convenience, it's about muscle protection. When you're cutting and eating fewer calories, your body will start eyeing your muscle as fuel if you're not getting enough protein. Chicken keeps your intake high so you can burn fat instead of gains. And it's cheap. I remember being broke, walking into Walmart and buying a massive pack of chicken breasts for like $20. That pack lasted weeks. Without it, my diet would have collapsed. Bottom line, chicken breast might not be sexy, but it's consistent, affordable, and effective. In fitness, consistency is greater than intensity. Chicken breast is proof. Food number 3, salmon. If chicken breast is the reliable friend, salmon is the fun one that does it all and makes you feel like you're living bougie while still getting shredded. Salmon has about 23 grams of protein per serving, but what sets it apart is the omega-3 fatty acids. EPA and DHA don't just help your heart, they help with recovery, reduce soreness, and even boost how efficiently your body builds muscle. You know that feeling after leg day when you walk like you just survived a car crash? That's inflammation. Omega-3s help calm that down, which means less, "I can't sit on the toilet without crying," and more, "I'm ready to train again." Here's the catch. Salmon is higher in calories because of those fats, but that's not a bad thing. If you're bulking, it's perfect. If you're cutting, Just watch your portions. Reddit is full of posts from people saying they felt sharper, recovered faster, and even had better mood when they swapped a few chicken meals for salmon. I felt it too. My joints don't ache as much, and my workouts don't leave me wrecked. And it tastes amazing. Grill it, bake it, pan-sear it, squeeze a little lemon and garlic on top, and suddenly you're eating a gourmet meal while your friends are choking down tilapia. Bottom line, salmon isn't just food for muscle. It's food for performance. It makes you feel good, recover faster, and keeps your body running like a well-oiled machine. Food number 4, Greek yogurt. Greek yogurt is one of those foods that sneaks up on you. At first, you might grab it thinking, all right, it's just yogurt. But once you actually work it into your diet, you'll realize it's one of the easiest ways to get more protein without much effort. Here's why it matters. Greek yogurt is basically 2 proteins in one. It has whey protein, which digests quickly and helps with muscle repair right after a workout, and casein protein, which digests slowly and keeps feeding your muscles for hours. It's like having both fast fuel and long-term fuel in the same cup. That combo is perfect when you're training hard and need your body covered around the clock. On top of protein, it's packed with calcium, B vitamins, and probiotics. That means you're not just building muscle, you're also strengthening your bones, improving digestion, and keeping your energy steady. Ever had that heavy, bloated feeling from eating the wrong healthy foods? Greek yogurt helps you keep your gut in check so you actually feel good while training. But let's be real, eating plain Greek yogurt can feel like punishment. It's thick, tangy, and not always exciting. The trick is finding ways to make it enjoyable. Mix it with honey and berries. Use it as a base for a smoothie, or even swap it out for sour cream in meals. Suddenly, it's not just that protein snack, it's something you actually look forward to. The other big wins? It's convenient. No cooking, no prep. You just peel back the lid and you got 15 to 20 grams of protein sitting there ready to go. If you're someone who struggles to hit your protein goal by the end of the day, having Greek yogurt in your fridge is like having an easy button. Bottom line, Greek yogurt is one of those foods that proves muscle building doesn't have to be complicated. It's simple, affordable, and effective. If you're serious about growing muscle and staying lean, it's a no-brainer to keep it stocked. Food number 5, cottage cheese. Cottage cheese doesn't get enough respect. People see it in the grocery store and think, that looks like something my grandma eats. But here's the truth. Cottage cheese is secretly one of the best foods for muscle growth. Why? Because it's loaded with casein protein, the slow digesting kind. That means instead of dumping all the amino acids in your body at once, it gives you a steady stream of fuel for hours. This is especially clutch at night. Most people go 7 to 9 hours without food while they're sleeping, which is basically fasting. If you eat a bowl of cottage cheese before bed, your muscles get fed while you sleep. That's like setting your body on autopilot gains. I remember when I first heard that bodybuilders used to swear by cottage cheese before bed. I thought it was kind of weird, but after trying it, it actually makes sense. I'd wake up feeling less sore, less fat, and just more recovered. It wasn't magic. It was the slow protein doing its job. Here's the thing though, cottage cheese doesn't look or taste like something exciting. A lot of people are turned off by the texture, but mix it with fruit, honey, or even a scoop of protein powder, and it's a whole different story. When I was cutting, I'd mix cottage cheese with pineapple chunks, and it felt like dessert without the guilt. It's also affordable, packed with calcium for bone health, and low in fat if you go with the lighter version. Basically, it checks every box for muscle-building nutrition. Not glamorous, but reliable. Bottom line, cottage cheese might not win a taste test against ice cream, but it'll beat ice cream every single time when it comes to recovery, muscle growth, and keeping you full. It's the food version of that quiet kid in class who ends up being the smartest one there. Overlooked, but powerful. Bonus food. Tuna. I know tuna sounds disgusting, but let's be real here. Have you ever actually tried it? If you're part of the 5% who've actually had it, have you tried mixing it in a salad or using it as a dip? Now, tuna is a straight-up classic when it comes to lean protein. Every can of tuna is basically a brick of pure protein with barely any fat or carbs. It's the ultimate no excuses food because it's cheap, portable, and you don't even have to cook it. One small can has around 25 to 30 grams of protein. Think about that. For $1 or $2, you're getting the same protein hit as a $4 protein bar, except without all the sugar and fillers. When I was broke and trying to bulk, tuna was my lifesaver. I'd crack open a can, mix it with a little mustard, and boom, muscle fuel. Not gourmet, but it worked. The best thing about tuna is how lean it is. When you're cutting and trying to stay in a calorie deficit, tuna is like a cheat code. High protein, low calorie, fills you up, and supports recovery. That's exactly what you need when your goal is to lose fat but keep muscle. Now, let's be honest. Tuna has one big downside: the smell. Crack open a can at work or school, and suddenly you're the tuna guy. Trust me, I've been there. I once brought it to class in college, and people looked at me like I was plotting biological warfare. Lesson learned: tuna is best eaten at home. But if you can deal with the smell, it's unbeatable. You can throw it on some whole grain bread, mix it into pasta, toss it on a salad, or just eat it straight. It's fast, easy, and effective. Bottom line: tuna is one of the most practical muscle-building foods out there. It might not be sexy, it might not smell great, but when it comes to hitting your protein goals on a budget, it's hard to beat. At the end of the day, building muscle doesn't come from chasing the newest supplement trend or hoping there's some magic shortcut. It comes from the basics, done over and over again. These foods are your foundation. They're the fuel that keeps you pushing through hard sets, the bricks that rebuild your muscle fibers after every workout, and the nutrients that keep your body performing at its best. You don't need to overcomplicate this. If your fridge is stocked with foods like egg, beef, chicken, salmon, cottage cheese, Greek yogurt, tuna, rice, beans, and greens, you're already ahead of most people. And here's the truth: the guys and girls you see in the gym who keep making progress year after year, they're not guessing. They're eating consistently, they're training consistently, and they're letting time do the work. So ask yourself, which of these foods are you already eating, and which ones do you need to add? Pick just one to start with. Small changes add up fast when you stick with them. This isn't about trying everything at once and burning out. It's about building habits you can keep. Because when it comes down to it, supplements will run out. Motivation will fade. But discipline, that's something you can choose every single day. Stock your kitchen with the right foods. Train with focus. Recover with patience. And the results will come brick by brick. If you found this helpful, drop a comment and let me know which of these foods are your go-to. And if you're ready to keep building with me, subscribe so you don't miss the next one. Remember, no shortcuts, no gimmicks, just consistency and discipline. That's the real secret to getting bigger, stronger, and better.